Nice.
That's good.
The one word Denis Villeneuve said the most during the shooting.
Deeply.
Deeply.
J'adore ça.
J'adore, ouais, j'adore.
J'adore ça.
Yeah.
J'adore ça.
Timothée, c'était super. Super. Timothy, you had to play in a language you don't speak. How hard was it for you? It was challenging and it was exhilarating because as an actor I had to be specific with what each line meant, and it was a real test because the Chakopsa that Zendaya and Javier Bardem were speaking sounded so beautiful, and I was true to character a little bit like the unnative trying to master the language. So it was a great challenge, but it was ultimately very rewarding.
Zendaya, if you had to choose yourself a warrior nickname for real life, what would it be? I like my name. I think, I don't know, people say it wrong, as we've talked and witnessed today many times, but you know what? I think it could be a warrior name. I think my parents did a good job.
Box claps on that one. Box claps, y'all.
Box claps.
Anybody else have a warrior
And
name?
you have Zen. You have Zen
You
in
have
your
Zen
name.
in your name. I don't know.
Anyone else?
Leah Seduction.
Leia Seduction. Oh.
Austin, how does it feel to embody the powerful and clever bad guy? It was so much fun. I mean, as simple as that. He's not only powerful, but he's sort of playing chess. He's thinking 3 steps ahead, and it's just so rich and fun to play. And I got to be around these lovely people, so it was.
I was hoping
the
you were
time of my
gonna
life.
Yeah,
We're waiting for that.
You gave me that money earlier.
Yeah. Wiring $26,000.
Yeah, if you had the ability to have foresight visions yourself, what would you do with it? I think I would try to save the world. As simple as that.
Yeah,
Yes.
you know,
Wow.
casual. Yeah,
You wouldn't
just
want to
say-
get a read on the stock market?
Yeah, exploit it. Yeah, try to do good. I
Yeah.
would
Yeah, do
hope
good.
so. Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, stock market all the time.
Stock market premonitions.
Shorting stocks.
Shorting stocks. No, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a very dangerous skill to have, I think, a little bit.
Yeah.
You
No
gotta
one should
use
have
it
that power. Use it
responsibly.
responsibly.
If you
Exactly.
do have.
With great power comes great
Great responsibility.
There you go. Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
What did you think when you finally saw the film Dune Part 2?
I was mesmerized.
Elated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The masterpiece.
Elated. Mesmerizing.
Yeah.
These are good words.
I felt like how I felt going to the cinema for the first time as a kid. I was telling a story the other day about the first time I saw Star Wars in theaters, and I couldn't even read, and my uncle read me the opening titles.
yeah.
What's going on?
And I remember that feeling I had as a kid, and that's how I felt
Part
watching
two.
Dune Part 2 for the first time.
I felt just an enormous sense of gratitude, just being able to be a part of something like this with everyone. You feel like very honored and humbled.
Yeah.
And, you know, all the things. And proud.
Definitely proud.
It's like a shooting star. Ah, it looks good. Wow.
When watching a horror movie, do you prefer popcorn or ice cream? Ooh. I mean, you have to have a good classic popcorn bucket on your lap so that when you jump, it flies everywhere. No! Ow! What happens when Cassie meets El Profesor? So a cool, really fun, crazy story on how Alvaro became a part of Immaculate was about a month prior to us starting to cast the film. I went to Spain and we were at the GQ Awards and I sat right next to Alvaro and he was so nice and we were talking the entire night and I was like, this guy would be so perfect in Immaculate. I didn't want to say anything because I also just met the guy, so I didn't want to like weird him out. But when we started casting the movie, I could not stop thinking Alvaro. I was like, Alvaro Morte is the most amazing actor. He's so perfect for this. So I called up his agents and I messaged him and sent him the script, and that's how it all came together. What was the most difficult scene for you to shoot in Immaculate? Catacombs was pretty difficult. So we actually filmed in real catacombs and I was running through it barefoot and it was cold and you only could be down there for a certain amount of time because of the oxygen level, so that made it pretty difficult to shoot fluidly, having to leave for X amount of time and then go back, and it was quite a walk to get as far into the catacombs as we were actually filming. In real life, what scares you the most? I am scared of 2 things. Needles. I'm absolutely terrified. Like, it's a real phobia of mine. And then being alone. Your best memory on the shooting. The entire experience was so amazing. I mean, we had one of the best crews ever. Shout out to our Italian crew. They were amazing. And being able to work with Michael Mohan a 3rd time and being able to just bring this entire story to life was a dream come true. I won't forget any of it. What is your favorite horror movie after Immaculate? My favorite horror film? In the last handful of years, I've always loved Us. I think it's so good. It's so good. But then we also drew a lot of inspiration from Rosemary's Baby, and that was one of my original favorite horror films. Do you have a secret talent no one knows about? No, it wouldn't be a secret if I told you. No! See you soon.
No! Ow! Ow. When was the first time you played the video game Uncharted? The first time I played this game, I was actually shooting Spider-Man Homecoming. I was in Atlanta in my trailer with my best mate Harrison, and we started playing Uncharted 4, and we loved it. How was born the idea of adapting a video game into a movie? That's an interesting question. We are not the first ones to do it, but Uncharted is a video game that's incredibly cinematic. It has a compelling story, so it was an obvious one to try into a film. I really enjoyed playing the games, and I enjoyed even more making the film, so I hope that fans of the games get a new, fresh version of what Nathan Drake is and what this film series could be. In real life, what kind of adventurer are you? You know, I like to be adventurous. I like to travel the world. Traveling is one of my favorite things to do. I really enjoy putting myself in situations where I feel uncomfortable. Scuba diving, rock climbing, you know, things like that. You know, you get a nice adrenaline rush from. But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm a treasure hunter. What's the difference between fight scenes of Uncharted and those of Spider-Man? The fighting style between Nathan Drake and Spider-Man is very, very different. Nathan Drake is incredibly capable, but he is untrained, you know. So for me, it was difficult to try and figure out the way he should move and his fighting style, but we took a lot of influence from lots of different films, and I'm delighted with where we ended up. What was the last thing you stole, be honest? God, I can't remember. I haven't stolen anything for a very long time. I mean, maybe when I went to the cinema as a kid, I would steal from the pick and mix. How was your first meeting with Mark Wahlberg? It was actually very pleasant. I met Mark at his house. We went for a sort of general meeting. We thought he would be a great Sully. He obviously had already been attached to this film to play Nate, but, you know, he's old now, so he has to play the old man. But it was very nice, and he was very sweet. Is Uncharted the new Indiana Jones? I wouldn't consider it to be the new Indiana Jones, but, you know, it is a movie or a franchise that we have paid a lot of respects to. I'm a massive fan of Indiana Jones. So for me, as a young kid, it's a huge honor and one that I'm very excited for audiences to see. Nathan Drake or Peter Parker? That's a tough question. I mean, I love Peter Parker like my brother. He is a huge part of my life. But Nathan Drake and playing Nathan Drake is a lot of fun. Being the cool guy who's pretty suave, I really enjoyed. What would be your dream role? Well, to be honest, Spider-Man was my dream role, so I'm pretty lucky I got to do that. So at the moment, I'm just counting my lucky stars and enjoying my time. Wow.